What's going on? My name is Christian Lovehall, and I am a man of trans experience from Philly. A topic that was brought to the table recently was trans male and trans female relationships. I personally have been in past relationships with trans women and may even be in one in the future. Um, a lot of times I get the question, well, how does that work? I really don't get that. And to me, I feel like there's two things to realize when understanding whatever it is you're trying to understand. Number one, there is a difference between sexual orientation and gender. Your gender does not dictate your sexual orientation. Neither does your sexual orientation dictate your gender. The two are separate. And in the trans community, which is one of the reasons why we're so beautiful and diverse, is that the trans community can be lesbian. You can be bisexual, you can be gay, you can be pansexual, whatever the case may be. Transgender is just that. It's about gender. Um, I feel that a lot of people, when they question relationships between trans men and trans women, they're actually focusing on sex and genitalia. Um, I feel like the relationship between a trans male and a trans woman is the same as a relationship between a cis male and a cis woman. And by cisgender, I mean someone who's assigned sex is in congruence with how they identify personally. A lot of times we might say bio, but to me that's not truly politically correct. So those people are known as cisgender. But with that said, a lot of times the confusion I feel is based around sex. What are y'all doing in the bedroom? How does that work? For one, that's nobody's business. What another person does in the bedroom, and I kind of take offense when I hear it because I don't hear specifically people in the trans community questioning lesbians. If your stud penetrates you, why don't you just be with a man? I don't hear people in our community questioning gay cis male relationships. If your man is penetrating you, why not, be with a female and penetrate her vagina? What is it about the back end that so appeals to you? These are questions that are personal, that are based upon individuals and their preferences, and it's basically nobody's business. So what is there to get about trans male and trans female relationships? There you still need communication. There still needs to be trust. Like with any relationship, I feel like people complicate the issue because they are not truly seeing that trans male or that trans female as their true identities, and that's what people really need to do. And I feel like people just need to be more affirming of that. If you can get um a the relationships between a trans male and a cis female, then what is so confusing or you know um unbelievable about a trans male being with a trans female? For me, there is no difference between being with a female or a cisgendered female. Um, they still have mood swings. They still get cranky. They still get on your nerves. A woman is a woman. And, we cannot make a trans female, um, we can't look at her any different than a cisgendered female. I think a a lot, not all, but a lot of trans men come from um, lesbian backgrounds. And I think, that plays a part in the confusion when you see a trans male with a trans woman. But the focus is on her genitalia. That's where the confusion comes from, you know. And I also feel like a lot of people are assuming that, if a trans male is with a trans female, that she's automatically penetrating that trans male, and that's not the case always. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. At the end of the day, who cares? It's nobody's business. Those two people share their intimacy the way they want to in their bedroom. But I really don't feel that there is this big uh question, or there should be this big question when regarding these types of relationships. They are it's a relationship between a man and a woman. Stop focusing. I feel like people need to stop focusing on the trans aspect of things, which is a lot of times what our community is fighting for anyway. Just to be seen authentically and truly as the genders that we truly are. So, in terms of trans male, in terms of a trans male dating a trans female, that's a man dating a woman. And if you don't have questions about a cisgender couple, or any confusion about a cisgender couple, then there shouldn't be any confusion when it comes to a trans woman and a trans man being together.